Are we live? Okay. I feel like on the river I would shove if I knew that the guy has like threes and fours in the range, because our range is so full of overpairs, and I feel like I would shove if I knew that. But I just discarded it, and I thought that he would always call with seven and eights. Look at this hand, a really interesting one, and tell me what do you think about play of this guy. Okay, he's betting, we are calling, and it's okay. We're gonna have like all ace queen off here, and this guy is checking. I feel like I'm gonna check here like tens always. I'm gonna check jacks. Even I would probably shove jacks to be honest. So uh, I would check queen jack here suited, ten jack suited. I would check like all of that, and we are basically always checking here. And the river is seven, so nothing we can do. But again, we had like a monster chance to win the pot here. I feel like this guy is also really weak, and like if he's having here ace king, he needs to shove. If he's having ace deuce of hearts, he needs to shove. If he's having like king jack, I don't know, he needs to shove. If he's having kings, he needs to shove. He needs to shove aces. But he's like pot controlling a lot, and I feel like this is also really bad play, and probably doesn't understand the range. I'm writing a note that he checked on the spot where he never should be checking. So definitely when he was like, it seems like he's gonna like slow play here like ace king. It seems like to me like that to me. So I feel like we need to check on the turn, because I will check behind also the tens. We're gonna check, I don't know, everything we have. And on the river it's hard, because what will I do with the queen jack now? I just don't know. I mean, it would be really tough if we have like queen jack, because our best hand here is a tens, and we're gonna call always with tens, and the next best hand is a queen jack. Okay, we're gonna have like 8-9 here. So we're gonna call 8-9, we're gonna call tens, and that's it. Like, is it better to call queen jack or king queen here? Probably king queen. So maybe we need to call like king queen and fold queen jack. But I would probably like fold queen jack, because I felt like weak move on the turn. On the turn I'm always calling two pair here. I would definitely call this also. If he shout here, I'm not folding this spot. He can have like kings and aces, and I'm doing okay with against those hands. So definitely bad play. He could get all in here. He didn't get it, and he's not bluffing. I feel like for sure. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is what I'm telling you. Like, this is the reg here. We call. We are floating 1/3 with this. I feel like we need to. And the guy is like immediately checking here aces. I just don't understand this type of the poker. So then what about your like bluffs? What about the, I don't know, ace queen here and stuff like that? It's just so irritating, this, because now when I see that this player is barreling in this spot, I'm gonna know he's probably bluffing here. And on the river, he's just calling here. I would value bet king x always. Definitely, you see what I'm saying to you. Like, this is Now when I play against this guy, I just feel like it was be easy game, and he's like probably over bluffing if in this spot. If he's checking aces, he's checking definitely ace king also. So look at this play. I really, if I knew anything about the player, look at this. I'm betting, and he's check calling. Okay, and we see that he doesn't fold a lot, so he check folds. He's not check folding a lot. Okay, and on the turn we are betting half of the pot, and he's now check raising. I just feel like this is the bluff here. I'm just 100% sure, because it just doesn't have sense, and I should just go all in here. And I'm so mad I didn't do it. I just decided to call, and we're looking like we are on the draw that we were, and I just think this is just doesn't have any sense. He's doing it basically just because I'm betting half of the pot here, and I know, and I just knew that. I just, if I had like any clues here about his play that was like on the beginning, I would just shove here, because he's like so. What is he repping now? Like nines? I just don't think so. Here, I was on the verge to make a play, and God, it's good that I didn't made it. Um, and look at this. I just wanted to go all in on the river, but it was again against the recro and probably a fish. I check behind here, and I get the perfect turn. Guy called here, and I feel like he's gonna call here like queen x mostly, hand like king jack or king 10, hand like a 10x with the flush draw or jack x with the flush draw. Like basically that's what he's calling, and nines. And I felt I need to go all in here, but then I just didn't know anything about him. I mean, if I did it, we would probably get called here, but maybe he would fold it. We don't know how type of he is. I feel like we should go all in here, but if I knew that he's like the type that will believe this, I would do it. I wouldn't ever bet like 2/3 or 3/4. I'm repping ace king, I'm going all in. Like if you have like 300 here, I'm going all in with 300 here. Uh, okay. So he didn't stab ace queen, okay. I felt like when I'm seeing this that he would probably fold here on the all in here. And I feel like we should do it, but I mean, whenever I done it to Recro, it seems like he was like the fish, and he called like really light from the hands that we played now, so I didn't want to do it. But I had a gut feeling he would fold here. This was like a really tough spot, and but it was like against a really tight player in my opinion, and I didn't have a clue that this guy could make a move on us. If I had some reads, of course, I wouldn't fold. He's stabbing, we are calling, he's stabbing everything. We are leading because we have many more ace-x than he has, and he's raising here, and he's using a bigger size, we called. Okay, it's a normal size, because I was betting smaller. And the turn is here, and he's like over betting, and I felt that there is no way he would bluff this spot. From what I saw, that he's like folding a lot on 3 bets, stuff like that. I just had a feeling from what I saw from him that he's not capable of doing it. Yep. He did like a lot of pot controlling, like 3 betting us, and the board was like 5-5-10. He like check calling jacks. I just felt this isn't the guy where we clearly look like we have ace-x, and I would like donk with the aces in this spot because it's pretty sweet. And if the spade is there, I would like definitely shove here. I even thought about here, what if we shove here? How could he call like with threes here or sevens if we are shoving here? How can he call threes and sevens? A tight player who I feel is observant and knows about the range. And I was just thinking, what if we shove here? How can he call this? This is like on his overbet. I'm shoving. I just don't feel like a tight reg would ever call this. I'm bluffing with ace king there. Definitely ace queen is a call here. A7 is a call because you're blocking the sets. But so maybe the worst hand is ace king. We're gonna have aces. We're gonna have like, I don't know, not many ace queens, but some of them. Some of them will check raise. Okay, honestly, hardly we're gonna have like ace queen, but ace seven, ace three we're gonna always have. So if we're like calling ace three, ace seven always, ace nine always, if we are calling that, then the worst hand that probably is too good to fold but not too good to call is ace king in this spot. So maybe the ace king is bluff here. And I thought that in the game. I didn't want to say, but I really thought to shove here because I don't see like how can he call with the. I just don't think that any player on the any reg on the population would do this with ace king. This is my feeling that nobody would do it, and I feel like this guy would then say, okay, I'm fucked up here when this guy shoves, because I mean we didn't do it, but if he done it, I felt like he would fold threes or sevens. I mean it's hard for him to fold because if he's like folding threes and sevens, he's folding everything from his range. But it's just like we are shoving 220 big blinds more. I just felt he would fold. I just had a feeling that he would fold. Like from what I see from him, he would definitely fold there. Okay, all the other hands are smaller, so there's like no need to go through them, because like here it will be fun because like look at this. We check raising, guy is calling. We are betting the turn to realize equity against the fish. He's calling and he got the flush on the river, and I'm checking and he's checking behind. So he had a lot of luck in some hands. So I feel it's okay. Let's see how the preflop went. Okay, he did raised here. Okay. Hello, Indrao. Man, we didn't win anything. I would like to show you, but what can I show you guys? It's like, how do you say? I'm looking for words. Like, how can poor man show anything? I mean, there's just there's like nothing I can be brag about. I'm just, uh, I'm just losing, man. I can't brag about winning hands. Okay, let's see, just here. Then, I mean, I probably did want something, but nothing that I can be like proud of. But we can go if you want. I mean, if there is like interesting hands. Is this real that he checked the flush here? Just sick. Okay, guys, I feel like this is like all. Let's see what happened here. Okay, I 3-bet the guy he called. I check behind here. He check here. No, he bet small. Okay. Okay, and I called here. Okay, seems okay. He did call king jack off. UTG versus cutoff. So the regs are definitely calling us slightly. Definitely. Definitely. And I misplay. I should see bet this board, of course, but I didn't. I was like, I don't know why I didn't. Definitely betting here. There's like no hands that wants to check. I play bet here. I didn't play good here. Okay. Ace king here. Okay, we were against the fish and I didn't do anything. Nines with the king 10. I don't think anything that can be done here. 3-bet he called. He's a fish. He's calling everything. And we are double barreling here. The plan should be double barrel here and use the bigger size. I didn't use bigger size. And he donked the turn. Okay, nothing we can do here. Okay, let's go to choose some winning hands, if because you want that I show them that. Okay, let's go. We did get 3 winning hands. Let's see here. Look at this hand. Okay. This is the hand that we are winning. We had kings here. We were going all in pre-flop, I think. So we did one all in pre-flop, it seems. I thought that we didn't win anything pre-flop. I just didn't remember it. But it seems like we did. Oh, we didn't. Okay. My mistake. Okay. I'm gonna mark this. Okay. Nothing we can say here. Not a smart, not a, like a good hand. Interesting, but this one were interesting. And I will tell you why it was interesting. It was interesting because I didn't want to 3-bet because he overfolds to 3-bets. and I'm gonna use more polarized range. And look at this, the guy checked call with the aces here, which is okay. I'm checking the monotone board's check range in this spot, but that's good. But I'm gonna tell you something else. What is important? Look at this. We shoved here. And this guy tanked all the time till last seconds and call. This guy was thinking about folding aces here. That is what I'm trying to say here. This guy thought about folding aces. I'm gonna have bluffs here. I'm gonna have like king 7 off. King 7 probably wouldn't do it, wouldn't stab with the king 7. But I would definitely stab with king 8, king 9, king 10, definitely with the king 10. And I'm gonna have all these bluffs, and the guy thought about folding with the aces. Just absurd in my opinion. Let's come to see here what happened. We 4-bet, this is a clean here. Okay. Okay, we are shoving here. When I think about the hand now, like my shove range on the river is like 9s, 10s, because I don't feel like this guy will have a lot of 7s. So I will have like here, he's 3-betting around 16% button versus, he's 3-betting 20%. Definitely 3-betting a lot. Let's go to the deep pop-up. He's 3-betting 16% deep, 10% against us, so he's like 3-betting a lot deep, and he's not afraid, it seems, to play in position deep. Let's go to the 4-bet pop-up here. Through a 4-bet pop-up, we see how he reacts on 4-bet. He basically doesn't fall to 4-bet, and he basically c-bets in position in 4-bet pots like all the time. We see here like what he's betting. Look at this. On the turn, okay, he bet the aces here. He bet the flop with the aces and queens. Call the flop c-bet with the ace king here. He called with the ace king on the 6-8-2 without blockers. Okay, so basically that's what we know here. We can go to the 4-bet pop-up just to see. Okay, that's it. He called 4-bet 1 out of 2 times against us, so basically we are betting here ace king. Against him I would bet like 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, kings, ace king, ace queen, but I wouldn't 4-bet ace queen, but like ace 10. Okay, he's calling. I'm continuing with the ace 10 here. I'm continuing with the ace king. I'm continuing with 9s, 10s. I don't think I will have like ace 7 off, ace 7 suited some of the time, and ace deuce suited. And like that's my 7 X's that I'm gonna have. Ace 7. And on the river I would like shove 9s and 10s. It's clear shove. I wouldn't shove jacks, I wouldn't shove queens, I wouldn't shove like kings. I wouldn't shove him aces here, so I'm like wrapping on the river 9s, 10s, 7x and like flush draw, like a flush on the river. So that's it. So my value range is like around 12 to 15 combos. we need to have bluffs. We need to have like around 2/3, 2/3. So around 8 bluffs. And I just don't think there is a better bluff than this. Ace 10 got there, so I don't feel like it's a bluff. If we're forbetting that as a bluff against like 20%, I would call ace jack, I would call ace queen, so ace 10 has sense. So basically, the worst hand here is the ace king, and it's a bluff here, so we shove there. We have 9 tens, we got some like the suited aces that we're gonna forbet, not a lot of them, but like I'm always calling ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, I always call because they're the best low aces, and I would like forbet some like ace 6, ace 7 suited, just to have in forbet range nuts. You need to have like, when the flush comes in the forbet post, you want to have also nuts here, and the only nuts is like ace king suited, then you want to have some more, so like ace 6, ace 7, ace, so ace 8 is okay, and we have like the best bluff I feel is ace king, so queens here, we won against nice guy. Let's see how the hand played. We didn't win full stack, that's really weird. What did I done that I played that bad that I didn't get a full stack here? Okay, I didn't know the guy, so I checked behind here. No, I didn't check behind, sorry. I just don't know how did I get all stack here. And what happened here? I didn't shove, I just go for this. I mean, okay, it's really awkward because he's having like 15 more. I don't know, I feel like it's a shove. I feel it's a mistake, like this mistake, it's shove. We are shoving like king queen, we need to shove this and that's it. I'm not happy how I played this. Okay. We call here, it's a clear. He's betting, we are raising, and that's it. Okay. We win the ace king here. Okay. But like our winnings are really modest. Okay, and this is like really strange. Like look at this. Betting big here, and on the ace he needs to check a lot here. Not he's gonna have like all the jacks, queens, kings. He's not gonna bet those one. So he needs to protect his range a bit, but he did bet here, and we call, and he check folded the river immediately. So that was definitely a bluff here. I bet here with the, I mean we are betting the ace x here and the bluffs. I would probably bluff with the 4s and 5s here, so I'm not afraid. Let's see here. Okay. And I feel like, guys, that in this spot when the people check, they are check fold 90% of the time. So it has like merit to bet small here, 1/4 or 1/3. That is what I also thought in my head. Let's bet small, and I immediately bet big. I didn't know why. Let's see here. Coco Boy. This like was terribly played hand. And starts till that were like 26-7. Before of that were like 27 or 25, so that stuff like that. And Recro guy again. So definitely a lot of a lot of strange recross. Some are like most of them are really tight, and this is not a record, this is just a pure fish. Okay, let's see more. Also a cool hand here, interesting one. We saw that this guy, we had a read, so maybe I played a hand to like, this guy donks and I saw what he's donking, and look at this, the both time were like a combo draw type of hand. And here is like, here combo draw is not like, it's like 9-10, queen 10, and we call here, and the turn was a flush, and I check behind here. I check behind here, and I wanted to see the river, the strength of his hand. And on the river he's betting like small, and we decided to raise then. So I feel like this is okay. From what we had here, from the reads we had. Maybe we could shove on the turn also, I don't know. But he did bet with the flush on the river. He didn't bet like king X. Okay, let's go more. We had aces here against deuces. I feel like this, what was this? This was the spew, okay. Really big size. When he used such a big size, I feel. He would raise set. Guy's tight, but he would raise set. He would raise set double, like 2x. I just felt it was a bluff because of the size. He's like ones that we fold ace x here. Probably. Let's see here. We did get a set here. So we basically didn't win one all-in pre-flop. That's like sick. We ran like so many overpairs against overpairs and we didn't have anything. We want to call here. Yep, and I felt this. When they bet like this, they're folding. They're folding. Okay. I just felt when they bet like this, they're always folding. And unfortunately that happened here also. Okay, king, queen here. Okay, there's like nothing to say here, I feel. The guy bet, we called. And he just don't shove the... He checks the queens here, we bet he call. And don't shoves the river with the straight, so... We can also Make a read about this. And also what we saw, I have read about this position. So if we go here, we can see like Donk River, 3-bet pots, Donk River. We see the strong and we have the read. So we see here Donk River out of position on the as a read. So and we have a strand here. So when this guy donks river out of position, we have like his strength is 27, and we have a definition here, and we have a hand here. So cool to have that. Let's go more. We had ace-9 here. Let's see what happened. Guy called probably. Yep, guy called. We check all the flop, which is okay with in this board. Check call or check raise. I'm having check range on the paired boards against a normal range, and then a lot of check raising is going on. The guy checked here. Oh no, the guy bet. Okay. The guy bet here, and I felt he's really betting like a pair here, like a hand like 8. I thought he's really betting like 8x, and I immediately knew that king is really good for me. And then I decided to check raise here, and he called, and on the river we are just really betting here. And I was bet small because I would bet like king x, because it's obvious he has like 8x. He had 10s here, but in my opinion, the most time he will have 8x. So I really like the way I played that hand. Okay, here we basically called the river. I mean, I didn't ever play with this player, and he bet pretty big on the river. And I decided to make a tight call, but it's a mistake. It's a clear shove, I feel. We are basically losing only from king, queen, and queens and kings, so big mistake by me, big mistake. This is like a clear shove, but I didn't have anything on the guy, so I decided if he bet like half of the pot, I would shove immediately, but I thought he's like betting pretty big, but it's a mistake. I just called the river here. Okay. Let's see this hand. Okay. Guy is opening. We are check raising here. He's calling. Okay. We are having check range now because this card is not the best for our range. We're gonna check a lot here. And he's betting, and I just decided to shove here. Okay, I really like the play. The guy used such a big size. This is like terrible size. He needs to use smaller size in this spot. 1/4 probably, like 1/3 to 1/4. He used like really big and folded to shove. So I really like the play because he's gonna call check raise with like 10 jack, queen 10, queen jack stuff. And then when the turn is 8, he's gonna like bet all of this, probably with this size. So we're gonna have a lot of fold equity, and also I feel I'm checking here. So if I have like 8-9, I'm going to shove now. If I have 5s, I'm going to shove now. If I have like a 9x, like ace-9 type of hand, I'm going to shove now. If I use like a 5s, I'm definitely shoving. 8-9 has a reason to be called here, but mainly we don't want to call, we want to shove here because he's using such a big size. So I like the way he played here also. Okay, let's see more if it was interesting hands. Sevens with the ace queen. The guy didn't bluff. Bet 1/4. Okay, he bet the turn. We call, and I feel like he should bluff the river, but okay, probably not with this combo, but he would probably do it with blockers. So I'm gonna definitely write this. Definitely, if he shot here, I would probably call because he's wrapping like a king queen suited plus, and king queen suited is a 2 combo. Ace king is now 8 combos, so like 10 combos, and he's wrapping like a backdoor flush draw hand. So I feel like he's probably over bluffing, but he didn't bluff this ace queen, so he would probably only bluff with the blockers. So it's also enough. Okay. Okay, we bet multi-way here, which is good. We got both calls, and this like we have a real good pop-up. Look at this, that are telling us how people play multi-way. So we have here, when we click, we see the range. So what are they calling? Like 44% of hands. We see how they react when they're like out of position, how much they check fold when they're like callers on the blind, how much they fold against stab. We see how much they call when they're in position. We see what they see bet. We see what they are continuing in betting on the turn, which size they are using, 1/3 here, which with what he's like betting the river, like 1/3 on the river. So we have basically everything, and we have also that in the 3-bet pot. So really good pop-up, but we didn't have opportunity to use it because we don't have sample. Okay, I checked behind here, hit the 5. The guy checked with the 6s. We bet, and that's it. And the guy checked with the 6s, so okay, he didn't check. He bet small. Okay, we played good here. Okay. Nothing we can take read here. Okay, let's see, we're here with the ace king. Okay, I remember this hand. We're against our friend here, Jack this. His friend on the stream. He's talking with us on the stream. I check behind because I'm gonna check behind a lot in the monotone boards. The guy bet, and I felt like in this spot he knew he was watching our streams, and he knew that I'm checking a lot here. So there's not a lot logic that he's like leading small here, because we're gonna have a flush here a lot. I mean, I'm 3-betting king queen off here. I'm not gonna bet king queen ever, king queen off ever. We are 3-betting also ace jack. We're gonna have like ace jack off, jack with the spade. We're gonna have some ace kings with the ace of spades. So we're gonna have even an ace of spade here, but mostly we're gonna have like king queen type of hand, and like ace jack with the jack of spade. And when the river is like this and he bets like this, he's like wrapping. He's not like wrapping. I feel like he's wrapping like a jack X here, mainly jack X here, and we have like all king queens with the king, and I just don't see any bluff here we're gonna have, so I just decided to show ace king here. Maybe it's too strong, but I don't see like any other bluff that has sense here. I'm not gonna turn like eights with a spade into bluff. I'm not gonna turn flush into bluff. So basically I have to have bluffs, because if I don't have bluffs, you would say like fold here with the jack of spade. And now when you sit here, you say, how did you fold jack of spade? But in reality, what type of bluffs I can have? I would have to be really creative to have bluffs here, and like only bluff that has sense in my eyes was ace king here. Maybe you want to turn tens into bluff, I don't know. But like that's probably too strong, I don't know. Okay, the guy 3 bets. We called here. We bet the turn. And we just decide to bet the river here. Okay, I like the play. 6-7. We made a flush here. Okay, this guy is... Is this still all in pre-flop? No. Okay, the guy don't shout here. Okay, we called. And we won the hand. We made a... We were favorite, so... Wow, I just click everything out. But okay, we covered like the most of the hands. I feel we covered the most of the hands. I just clicked out of the HUD. So what can I say, guys? Another bad session. We are again didn't win anything. I'll keep fighting. What can I do? Okay. Basically, we didn't win anything. We didn't run the greatest. Let's see if there's like any other interesting hand that I can show. Ace queen standard. Okay, we check shove here. Maybe it's that interesting. On the turn, the guy used such a small size that I thought that he's like probably like protection betting. I just decided to check shove here, and I'm gonna make a read here just that he did that. Okay. We bet really big on the flop. We bet 2/3. So the best way to punish people, and definitely they're overstepping. That's my impression of the regs. They're like overstepping for protection, betting all jack X here. We're just gonna keep shoving here and we mix it with bluffs. And that's like, if you have like ace queen here, if you have like ace king, and he steps for protection, just shove there and that's it. Okay, jack 9, nothing special. Ace jack here, let's see this. The guy 3 bets us, Rumi, and bets 1/3. We called. On the turn he's checking, which I don't think he should be doing a lot. The river is jack and he's defending betting, and we just shove there. Okay, we raise here. Okay, I like the raise more than a shove. And he folded. Okay, we're gonna make a read about that. Okay. I don't know what he widely bet. Here I grabbed, I don't know, probably like king X here. He probably did fold the king X. Okay, here we won against Chris. Pretty strange. Jacks. Okay, I just don't see like many more interesting hands. Okay, let's see here, jacks. Okay, it was all in pre-flop against fives. So we did win one all in. I didn't say. I thought we didn't. Let's see the tens here. On the king river we are betting for sure. Smaller size. Okay, we did good. So basically, guys, I think that's like we covered everything. Just let's see what this guy did. Called the 3-bet with ace jack. We bet he called. Did he bluff the river? That's like only thing. Okay, he donked here like pretty bad. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just write this. Let's see. The river, he give up. Uh, okay. So guys, I'm gonna finish now. I'm pretty tired. It's like almost 7 a.m. What can I say? Again, bad day. Bad day. Let's see here. Like this. Is this something important? Okay, we don't see the hand. Nothing. Let's see Jack 9. What the guy had. Higashi had King X here. He checked behind King X. I'm gonna just write about that. That he did check. But we also have the check behind range. Okay, we overbet the river and he called. Okay, I'm gonna write it. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it. We're gonna finish now. I don't think there's like a lot of interesting stuff anymore. Uh, so everything will be back tomorrow, and there's nothing we can do. Just keep fighting. Thanks for being on the stream. Especially, I want to thank you. I want to thank to the Rex from the pool. There's like few which I feel like it's there that are also good players here with streaming us discussing the hands, and I really appreciate that because it feels much better if we are talking to each other, talking about the hands. I feel like I have opportunity to learn, maybe they also have an opportunity to learn, and it's like more fun when they are on the stream and they can tell me, okay, I had you here, I bluffed you there, and I mean, we are not the enemies here. We're just playing the game. So that's it. Thank you, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Also, I want to note that you know that I'll probably start like 11 now, like around 11, maybe 10:30, 11, or 11:15. I just can't tell you exactly the time because my baby daughter is going to sleep sometimes in 11, sometimes in 10, and she's like really loud, and it's hard for me to concentrate when she's not sleeping. So I'm just gonna like tell you around 11 p.m. we'll be back. We are almost on half of the challenge. Things are not going good. Let's see how we are. 40k hands. We are just not doing well. We are like basically break even. But what can I do? We are not winning a lot of on the showdown. We are falling to 5 at 70.9%. It's like sick. We need to probably 4-bet bluff a lot more. We are falling to 4-bet 40%, which is okay. I don't know. Let's see the graph. Okay, so basically the graph like my every other graph. So now you can see that the graph was me because every graph I have is looking like this. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow and take care.